Hey, Alexus, beauties and flawless man. Welcome back to part 3 of Women Can Be Deadbeats too. In part 2, we just began to get into some different things that we can do that I believe would help us as women, whether a mother now or a mother later, to just understand that we're just not out here just having kids. That is something deeper behind that. So something else that I think will help us to become a woman of excellence, just a better woman and mother, is to pray and fast. Tell God about it. Do your extended research. Get faith, have belief, be hopeful. Just because you got children or however many, listen. And another thing, we got to stop listening to the internet so much, and we got to know how to discern what people are saying, because how many of them people got up there and been telling us about this stuff on these podcasts, and they came back, got exposed that they was cheating, or they really wasn't a real woman, or they really weren't 100% healed. This is because these things take time. So even me, somebody like me that be, doing the work and giving out the information, I tell you that to do your extended research, because you have to know that I'm human too. And you have to know that I'm still healing too. And you have to know that this is lifelong. So you always got to test the spirit by the spirit, which means to try these people and be like, okay, let me look up and see what they saying if it's true. Let me pray to God and ask him if it's true. We have to have a relationship with God, and we have to, learn from other people. We have to pray and fast. When you fast, we're going to get into fasting on this channel a little bit for beginners. But when you fast, that just means to go into the spirit realm, even though you're still in the physical. So it takes you out of all of the things that you're trying to get out of. You're just fighting down here, but you're using sex or you're using drugs. Fasting takes you away from all of that. So it's just getting a break from everything physical to go into the spiritual, so you can actually hear and get instruction on how to move around here, how to be better here, or wherever the desires of your hearts is when you go on a fast. But women, we have to fast and we have to pray. That is what's going to help us become a better mother. We have to read our Bible. That is what's going to help us become a better woman. Because the Lord taught us how to be mothers. He taught us in Leviticus how many days we should bleed after we have a child, how we should circumcise the children. Now, I know we in a new time. I know this. But the wisdom is still the same. It never changed for generations and generations. So when there is other things going on in our body, like, maybe somebody is pregnant longer or somebody is bleeding long, it could be, it could be natural, or it could be that something is off. You maybe didn't get enough nutrition or something else. So pray and fast. Seek wisdom from God on how to be a woman, how to be a mother, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to read my Bible. I'm just going to take for what God said. Forgive yourself and forgive your parents. You have to, or you won't know how to love your own child. And you're going to be expecting them to be your slave. You're going to be expecting them to do this and do that. And you won't have grace towards them or mercy, but you're going to be expecting them to have grace and mercy towards you when you're knocking them upside your head. And then you want them to give you the remote or clean up your house. You have to forgive yourself, forgive your parents, forgive the baby fathers, forgive the nurses, forgive anybody that treated you like less than a woman of God. When you were pregnant, when you told somebody the news and they said it, just whatever it is, forgive them, because this is for your own good. And then this is for the good of the generations that you bless. We don't want the blood on our hands of us having children and doing it wrong. Our children having children and doing it wrong. Their children having children and doing it wrong. Somebody got to do it different. We have to forgive. That's the first thing. Forgive the abusers. Speak nice to yourself. Figure out why this happened. And we always be like, well, what did I do? People make you feel like you did something. Well, you was walking around my house with this little t-shirt on, but the t-shirt little because you a little girl. Jesus. Forgive. We have to. We have to forgive. We have to reverse the curse. We have to speak nice to ourselves. We have to do these things. It's imperative to heal our soul. Keep yourself together no matter what. I love our mothers, our women are so beautiful because they will still sacrifice their entire lives, even going through all of that. Probably not even wanting a kid, will still sacrifice their entire life and say, I'm not going to get my hair done because I just got my son hair braided. But ladies, you matter. Those things are necessities that keep us confident, that, keeps us creative and beautiful. So I'm natural beauty. That keeps me happy. If you're a young lady and you like your hair done, nails done, full set, then do that because it's going to make you happy. Pregnant, not pregnant, And then I heard after sometimes you can have postpartum depression, different things like that. So no matter what, you have to find a healthy balance with having a child, having a relationship, having a career, you being a human. You have to not forget about yourself no matter what. And this is why women go back and they feel like the child owed them something, the kid owed them something, God owed them something, the devil owed them something. This is why women feel like this, because we don't keep ourselves together. Keep yourself together, whatever that means. That don't mean you don't gotta change anything that you don't want to change, that you don't feel like it's gonna be good for you to change. But I'm just saying, keep yourself together, however that is. Don't forget about yourself. Just because you're having a child, you are still your own individual human, and you have your individual soul. And when that human grows up, guess what? It's still gonna be you by yourself. So you can't let yourself fall neither. I know it'd be harder to lose a little pregnancy weight. That's what I heard. But listen, keep yourself together. Keep your relationship together. That's something that be happening too. Like the women be, we start arguing now. We ain't, doing what we used to do as a couple because we got this kid here. That kid gonna grow up and y'all can't hold them hostage because y'all relationship failing. Y'all was supposed to keep that relationship good on the rocks when I was a baby. So now that I'm 18 and I'm married, that ain't your business, ain't mine. Keep your relationship together and ask God for forgiveness. Ask God to have a raw and uncut conversation about what's been going on with you. I love doing that one right there. Talk to the Father about it. Let him know, like, Lord, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you why I've been a deadbeat woman, because my mama was, and I just felt like I deserved to. Man, I'm gonna let y'all do that. I know we be going in with the examples, but this conversation was already hard and uncut, raw and uncut anyway. I'm going to let y'all figure that. Just talk to God about it. Tell him everything that you have experienced in the way that you feel, because God is the only one that can change your feelings. God is the only one that can nourish your balance, your nervous system. That's the biggest one. God is the only one, because he created us. So, we can still do the things to help him, because it's a 50-50 relationship since we are human. So I can still take my nutrition, but God is going to make sure that when it gets in my body, that it goes to the correct organ that it needs to balance this out. So we still need God. We can never forget about God, but we start doing stuff and we feel like we got it all figured out. You'll never have it figured out. You can do what you want to do all day, but if you don't believe, see, this is why when you take medicine, but if you don't believe, come on, Jesus. This is why when you take medicine, you're like, dang, I got a little headache. You feel my stomach is over here crumping up. I'm finna take this Tylenol real quick. Tylenol like 500 milligrams, and then it's finna just knock this out. How is it that we know how to create a medicine that knows to go to the brain, to exactly where to go to the problem is? I believe, first of all, because we are wise to know different things like that, to what to put in there and have it go to that direct organ. But it works because you believe it would. We only buy what we believe. I'm not finna buy no Tylenol if I don't believe it's going to heal my leg. I'm not about to go get no surgery if I don't believe it's going to make my butt big. I'm not finna do what I don't believe. So we do these things because we believe them to work. So we have to believe God to work. Listen, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. It was... And I actually skipped this page. This is a page I was looking for earlier before we got into the healing portion of it. It was more about being a deadbeat woman. I'm going to just run through some words real quick, but we're not going to break them down. I feel like we get the message. Basically drinking, smoking, having sex with other men that's not the baby's father, when you're pregnant, not giving your body the nutrition, having children for governmental assistance, just because I know I'll be able to get a car car, or I can go get this Section 8, or I know I'll be put first in front of the line because I'm pregnant. Blaming things on others, not taking personal accountability, being fast or hard-headed yourself. These are different things. Not supporting the child. These are different things that makes a woman a deadbeat woman. Alexus love beauties and flawless men. Those men are suffering just as well as you are. And I know women don't like to hear that, because the moment that a child started talking about missing their dad and the love for their dad and how they want to spend time with their dad, women be so quick to be like, you always talking about him. He didn't take care of you. He wasn't even there. Be so quick to bash the man, but you was there and you didn't take care of me neither. Let's not focus on, and it's easier said than live, I'm sure, but we just have to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do as a body of women. And there are some things that we have to do and some things that we have to be honest about. Personally, your own malicious intent and what you're doing and why you're doing it. So that is what we have to stop doing. Again, I love you. God bless you. Do your extended research so we can only focus on ourselves and our families. And even in those families, we can still only focus on ourselves, because everybody has their own soul that they have to account for whatever they do in life. So, and you cannot force your child to do anything or to be anybody. So, Alexus love beauties. And if there was flawless man, listen to this. This is where people be like, dang, I ain't even. But, if we get into it, then we can get into it and be real. We keep belittling the man that we need, and then the men keep belittling the women that they need. And it's just weird. Like, this all we got. We only like one species. You either a man or a woman. So listen, I love you. God bless you. I pray that you found something worthy in this message with compassion that you can take to become a better person. I know I will, because I feel like I was talking to myself low key, but I love you. God bless you. And, just continue to read your Bible. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. Work on forgiveness. Work on getting yourself together, because you matter, my love. Aww.